vicious cycle is everything Mortal Shell needed to be the amazing game it always should have been. What up, you them gorgeous and beautiful gamers, and welcome back to Role-Playing James. Why don't you get comfy, enjoy the video, take your time to like the video as well. The button, I mean, subscribe to the channel because, you know, it's free. You'll live 10 years more each time you subscribe to Role-Playing James. Now, Mortal Shell was always an amazing game. It introduced a whole bunch of mechanics to the Souls formula that distinguish it from the vast sea of other Souls you can find out there. Graphically speaking, Mortal Shell need no ask from any other game. While not revolutionary at all, the realistic art style, the resounding bleakness the game irradiates, makes it be one of the best looking dark marvelous things you can find out there. And I would even venture and be as bold as to say that in the art style terms, in the art style department, it is my personal taste, my personal opinion, Mortal Shell nails the crude dark medieval world more than Dark Souls does. And if it weren't from the Souls lots of berserk takes and inspiration, Mortal Shell's simple yet very accurate building of a desolate world would take the winning hand in the graphics department. Gameplay-wise, which is the most important thing out there when you talk about a Souls-like, Mortal Shell is as good as it can get. A little bit more slower paced than Dark Souls, but that's a game's signature. What matters is that the hitboxes are where they should be. The hardening mechanic, the dodging, everything feels on point. When I first played Mortal Shell, that sense of me messing up, me taking the blame instead of the game's hitboxes came back. When you die in Mortal Shell, it is because you messed up, like any good Souls game, not because of poor implement of a battle system. That is what I've always loved about a good Souls game. The only problem with Mortal Shell is that it was way too short of a game. Sure, you could play around with the shells, but at the end of the day, there were only 4 different weapons and shells, whereas Souls games tend to throw a whole lot of weapons to you, with variation on all of those weapons. Not every single weapon, but there's a variation and a specific sense of identity you find with your specific weapon. The problem was that there was only 4 bosses, whereas in other Souls-likes, they offer 12 plus bosses, with an area designated to each boss you fight against. Mortal Shell is all about quality over quantity. It's like a mini Souls. Everything about Mortal Shell is done right. The problem is that when you finish it, you need more. You want more. There are many different sensations of longing, especially in video games. All the more true when you finish a good game. You're left with a sense of longing, this sentiment of emptiness. But at the end of the day, satisfaction. Realizing how good that game was. Unfortunately, Mortal Shell doesn't feel that way. When you finish Mortal Shell, you stand there saying, "Is that it? Dude, I need more. I want more. This can't be it." But it is. Unfortunately, it is. And then the vicious cycle comes and fixes that. Thanks to games like Hades, I had to say. This is what happens when you have passion and a clever development team that actually loves its game and knows what it's doing. You might think that the vicious cycle it's just replaying the same world over and over again until you beat the game and in that no death run and start again, but isn't that Hades as well? And then how come we can't stop playing? Because this kind of mechanics extend the longevity of a game while still making it fun, which is the most important thing about everything, being fun. Every time you're defeated, you can use your collected stuff to get stronger and to be able to finish the game in a single no-death run. Sure, you can beat the game in a no-death run already on the base Mortal Shell game if you're good enough, but after you're done with that, you don't have any kind of reward, and for every attempt, the world stays the same. Here, with every try, you'll learn, you get compensated, you get stronger, more builds, epic, legendary random stuff that will help you to get farther on that run, and then take another run after that one. Those uncommon, rare, legendary, epic perks that you're able to gather as you improve your game world will be different than those you acquire on the last run. And you can get comfortable with one and dislike another one, there's that sense of chaos that lets you discover that you like one thing and the other you don't actually like that much. Like that satisfying Call of Duty gun game mode, the variation of the game style, and those perks that you get, that's going to be defined by the shell you take, by the weapon you take. You get to unlock more skins, and those skins have specific perks as well. And by saying all of this, we're actually missing the main point. Mortal Shell was/is an amazing game, a beautiful game that needed more content, and this is it. You can get back to that damn amazing game with that damn amazing combat system, and the best thing of it all, Mortal Shell is the perfect game for this kind of additions. Just like Hades, Mortal Shell has 4 main boss fights. Sure, Mortal Shell's runs are going to take you quite longer. My first completion of Hades took me like 30 minutes of a run, to be stretched down later to 12 or 15 and then to 8 with more advanced builds and perks, and the more you get stronger with your character. I haven't beaten the Vicious cycle yet, but my last attempt got me to the final temple in an hour and a half run, if I remember correctly. When I got killed, I had so much stuff with me to keep improving the world, and I wanted to get back to the fray as soon as possible. I needed more, just like it happened with Hades. I wanted to get back to that beautiful, dark, bleak world, that beautiful combat system that we all Souls junkies love, and just keep enjoying the content, keep getting more perks, keep getting more stuff. I wish that Mortal Shell gets more attention with this DLC. There's lots and lots that you can do in here, and the developers surely deserve the attention. If you own Mortal Shell, go back and try the Vicious cycle. It's free right now, and when it actually launches with a DLC cost, it's going to be like 7 or 10 bucks if I am not mistaken, if my memory serves me well, and they are completely worth it. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, I invite you to please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in RPGs. It really helps a lot. We talk about RPGs here in RPJames. That being said, I'll be posting some guides about the Vicious cycle, so be sure to stay tuned for that as well. And again, with that being said, I'll see you damn sexy, gorgeous, beautiful gamers in the next one. If no one has told you today that you're a beautiful person, you're a goddamn beautiful person. Remember to stay gorgeous, stay beautiful, but most importantly, stay safe out there. I'll be seeing you guys later.